Welcome back to my channel. I'm Amanda. Today I'm playing with my Counterfeit Kit Challenge and the 100 paper pattern paper challenge. And Tina over at the 100 pattern paper challenge does a challenge each week as well. And so this week was grab a 5, and I'm going to use this photo of my oldest. I'm going to do another one of my youngest, and I'll post the picture of that over on the 100 paper challenge Facebook group. But the grab 5 was something new: circles, a word sticker, thread or twine, and a die cut. So I'm just picked out this paper from my counterfeit kit from this month, and I'm going to trim down my photo, and I was just making sure that that page was 12 by 12. And then I'm going to pull out some scraps, and I'm going to matte my photo in a scrap white and a peachy color. So this peachy pink, mostly because it matches what my oldest is wearing, and she does have hints of peach in her Starry Night picture that she made. So, and then I am going to mount it in white as well. And this could almost be a Baby Got Scraps layout, but I didn't feel like I could do Baby Got Scraps because I actually made more scraps for cardstock than I used up. So is what it is. So I'm going to cut this piece here and mount it with the pink just to add some color to this. And then the white allows it to pop off that page. That background is pretty busy, so there's not a whole lot that's going to be needed on this page, but just a little. So just trying to decide what do I need for cutting this, and my brain wasn't working so hot. I am battling a cold, so yay. My family had it all over Christmas, and I was okay. But now, yay me, I get to battle it. So, whoop. So, brain's not working as well as it usually does, but here we go. And then, so I'm going to get this on, mostly centered, not ish. So I'm going to line it up with the top. There's a white line there with the black, and I'm lining it up with that. And then there's a line at the bottom that's a white line in that gray bit. So I'm going to line those two up and then trying to center it as best as I can. It's not perfect. So the something new, I thought I would bring out something from the Simple Stories Take Note, which I got for Christmas. So I have the collection pack. So I have the ephemera, I have stickers, I have all sorts of pieces. So I thought that butterfly was super cute. Doesn't have anything to do with learning homeschool art. Nope. This is what the page is about, is homeschool art. But this kiddo gets butterfly on her pages when possible, and that's kind of artistic-y, and I thought it was cute. So yep, I thought the heart would be cute too, but the heart's gonna go on my other kiddo's page, so that's totally fine. And then just looking to see what else. I was thinking about that big happy, but it's the wrong kind of pink, and the little bit of that on this butterfly is not a big deal, but the big happy kind of clashed a little bit with that mat, so I didn't think I was going to use it there. I did pull out this little die cut piece of ephemera from Simply Stated Design, but it's not going to make it on here either. And then I'm going to look at the word stickers because I do need a word sticker, so I'm going to use this one, which says "Love This Life," and I thought that was pretty cute. And then it has, it didn't cut very nicely, so I'm just going to trim the top off. And it's going to go here. This page actually was pretty quick to put together, maybe like a half an hour total. So the sticker I'm going to slide underneath the word sticker, and then a little journaling label spot, and the butterfly. And then I'm like, I need to get some twine on here. So I thought about wrapping it around the center, but instead of doing that, I'm going to coil it around the center. So I am going to pop in here so that you have a better view. Not super in, but a little bit in. So I'm going to add a little bit of tape there, and then I'm going to add glue, and then I'll show you what I do. Glue, doo-doo. And then this is pink and white, and I'm just going to lay it down and trying to decide how I want to do this. So I'm going to start with this edge just hanging out, and I'm going from outside, and then around and in. And so I've got more than I need. And so I'm going to add some more glue because I was playing around and didn't know exactly how I wanted to do this. I just knew I wanted to color up the white in the middle, and I needed to use the twine on here anyway. So, and then cut a little bit off. This is going to go up the center. And then I'm going to trim that tiny bit. And then the last little bit, more glue, is just going to wrap around the bottom. Right like that. And then that adds some fun texture to that butterfly, and it gets my twine on here. So I am going to prop both of the wings up on foam adhesive. So one side gets 2 foam squares and the other side gets the Zot sticky. And then the little piece that I cut off of the twine I'm going to use for the antennae, because why not? I thought that was cute, and on it goes. And here I go, popping them up. And just do a little bit of journaling here. It's going to say homeschool art, learning about Van Gogh. So this one is about Van Gogh. We did a lot of art history when we did homeschooling, even when the kids were little, because why not? And so we learned about artists and what did they do and kind of what their lives were like. Not always all the nitty gritty, but some of it. And then I decided I wanted to mat my edge in the color that I have around because I just did. And so I'm going to trim off about 1/4 of an inch there and off the side. I was trying to figure out if I could do a little bit off of both sides, but I didn't. So it's all good. And so then it's going to get the littlest bit of pink around the edge. And then I am going to get this paper, but I didn't realize with this new rotary cutter that I'm not going to be able to get paper with it. So that was interesting. So I'm going to use my old one, and I'm just finishing up doing this. It's a good thing I didn't throw this one out. So I guess I'll still be using it for this bits of things, unless I get a new one. If you've watched me the last little bit, you know I've really struggled with that paper trimmer. So yeah. Oh well. So then this is going to go on. Just looking back and forth to make sure it's even. I think it's mostly even. Is it perfect? Probably not. Scuffing up the edge a little bit. 2 more sticky dots on the other side of that one. And then I have a die cut, I have a word sticker, I have something new, I have circles, and I have the twine. So that's the grab 5. And here are some close-ups. There will be a couple still shots to follow. There's not a whole lot on this page to do still shots of. So I will also link the Counterfeit Kit blog below, as well as Tina's 100 pattern paper challenge below. And so my plan is to post with my 100 pattern papers each Tuesday, and to do the stuff that Tina suggests for challenges. So we'll see how that goes. I have done 1, 2, 3 pattern papers so far. So thank you so much for watching today. I hope you have a wonderful day.